What is your problem?
They also have baby dragons. Would they even do that?
Oh my God,
I'm going to tell you a
Jaden.
story about dragons, so I need you guys' listening ears on. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Now, a long time ago, people actually saw dragons. And what do you think those dragons actually were? Do you think they were
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. You're right. Well, there was a young girl named Maude, and she was about 11 years old, and she lived in England, and she is a part of the story where she actually brought home a dragon as a pet. So I'm going to read you her story, and it is, I don't know if you guys can see it. Can we see? Can we see the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that good.
Is
It
it
is
real?
written by Guy Malkerson, and his daughter illustrated it. Now, I will say that this is a kid's version of the story, so there's some things that she left out, but I will be happy to answer your guys' questions after the story. All right, are we ready?
Yep.
All right.
No.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
No. Yes,
Guys, be quiet.
All right, you guys ready? I'm going to show you the picture, so I'm going to read the story, okay? Can you guys see this picture?
yeah.
Not that good, but sure. Kinda.
All right.
Yeah.
That's Maude. And Maude of Mordford strolled through the apple orchards on a sunny summer afternoon. She whistled her favorite song when suddenly a screech from overhead stopped her. Did you guys see something small up in the tree?
Dragon.
Dragon.
It's a dragon.
On a branch above was a baby dragon. Maude coaxed it down into her arms and took it home. In the story, it said that the dragon was bright green, almost like an emerald, and it was shiny. And so Maude kept the dragon hidden in her room, feeding it milk and biscuits, because her mother did not like pets. One day, the dragon was too big to stay hidden in her room any longer, and Maude's mother found out. "You are not allowed pets," her mother scolded, "especially not bats. Dragons are wild. A wild animal can never fully be tamed, and so you better set it free." So her mother's a little upset with her.
Where's the dragon?
Maude tried to set the dragon free, but it kept coming back. Maude's mother did not have the heart to shoo it away, so the dragon lived with Maude and her mother in their little cottage, and it kept growing. Do you try to get out the window? Can you get out? When the blackberries had ripened, Maude went out with her basket to gather enough to make a pie. Her mother stayed in the cottage for a nap. Maude was gone a long time, and the dragon was very hungry. He had eaten all his milk and his biscuits, so he crept into the kitchen to look for more. So he's creeping into the kitchen. He's gotten a little bit bigger than when she first brought him home. On the kitchen table, the dragon knocked over a pot of pepper. He sneezed, and a great rush of fire came from his nostrils. It lit the tiny cottage on fire, burning it to the ground. The dragon was protected by its scales, but Maude's mother perished in the fire.
Where? What does that mean?
Maude
She
came back
died.
to the remains of the cottage. She knew the dragon was sitting in the middle of the smoldering ashes and knew what had happened. "Bad dragon!" she shouted, throwing her basket of berries and hitting her pet on the nose. "Now we have no house. I have no mother. I should have listened to her advice. It was wrong for you to live with us. You are wild, and you need to leave." So the dragon destroyed her home, and now she's going to be sending him away. The dragon found a cave under the water where the rivers Lug and Wye met. He made a lair there and began stealing jewelry, silver and gold from the men and women in Mordford to decorate his new home. He found he had a taste for cow. Whenever the mood took the dragon, he swooped out of the sky to fill his tummy. So there he is. He's gotten much, much bigger, and his appetite's getting much, much bigger. Maude cried all the time now. "I should have listened to my mother," she sobbed. "The dragon has grown up and become wild." The townspeople of Mortiford were very angry with Maude for raising such a fearsome creature. She decided to move to Ledbury, where she became a hermit, living next to St. Catherine. The townspeople told the king about the dragon. He commanded his best knights to ride out and meet it. So the king is going to send his best knights to go kill the dragon. The knight waited under a shady oak, watching over the few remaining Mortiford cows. Just before dusk, the dragon appeared, wheeling in the sky. The knight waited for the dragon to grab a cow and began eating. Then he charged full speed on his horse and hit the dragon squarely with his lance. The knight's lance shattered. He was thrown from his horse. He stood, pulled out his sword, and advanced towards the dragon. But the dragon let his dinner and stood on his hind legs and let out a great plume of flame, cooking the knight in his armor like a crab. So the knight did not defeat the dragon. The dragon was a little too big. Troubles continued for the townspeople of Mortiford. Garthstone, the thief, passed through on his way to Hereford. He tried to steal the only treasure left in the town, which was a very old donkey. The donkey brayed and tried to kick Garthstone. It gave the sheriff enough time to catch the crafty thief and put him in the stocks. Garthstone heard the townspeople talking about how the dragon plagued Mortiford. He thought of a shrewd way to win his freedom. The sheriff agreed to free Garthstone if he would free the town of the dragon. Garthstone swore on his thief's honor he would. The sheriff gave Garthstone a sturdy and sharp dagger. I also need a barrel and a strong twine, Garthstone said. Bring them to the place where the rivers of Wye and Lough. I will see you there. Garthstone climbed a tall tree where he retrieved his thief's pouch. He had thrown it up into the top of the tree before the sheriff had caught him. The sheriff was waiting by the river with a barrel and twine. Garthstone thanked him and said, "You better leave. The dragon will be here soon, and will kill any man it sees." Garthstone opened his thief's pouch and spilled a sparkling collection of stolen gold and silver rings from it. Carefully and swiftly he tied each ring to the barrel. Then he got inside the barrel. The smell of Garthstone's gold and silver woke the dragon in its cave. It swam up through the water and marveled at the rings shimmering on the barrel. The dragon is swimming up. The dragon edged out of the water slowly and sniffed its way up to the barrel, taking in the full fragrance of the silver and gold. Garthstone watched him out of the tiny peephole. The dragon wrapped his tail around the barrel and was about to plunge back into the water when Garthstone threw the lid off and lunged forward. Garthstone caught the dragon expertly between the scales and plunged his dagger into the beast's heart. As the dragon fell backwards, it let out a final breath, roasting Garthstone. Somewhere under the water where the river Lough and the Wye meet is a dry cave full of dragon's treasures waiting for you to find it. The end. So that story is actually considered true in many parts of England, that there was a little girl named Maude who did bring home a dragon, and it did destroy the town. But the one thing the dragon never did was it never hurt Maude. But do you still think it was a good idea for her to bring home a baby dragon?
Yes.
No,
Yes?
yeah.